Good morning, beautiful people. So let's jump into a message from Love Energy this morning. And this is the energy that I identify as God, Creator, Universe. It's the energy that is working with us and through us to create the future that we're yearning for. It's the energy that is helping us to step into our true authentic selves. And as more and more of us step into our true and authentic selves and we walk that path, um, more and more shifting is able to help to begin on this collective level. Um, the universe is waking for us to wake up, to show up, to do what we're being called to, because we all have parts of the puzzle that we are built to have unfold and built to lock in right now. So I want to tap into that energy that is helping us do that, because so many of us are yearning for change. So many of us are yearning for a future where this violence and domination and fear-based narratives no longer can take hold. And that is possible, which is what we learned from the message yesterday. So let's tune in and see what Spirit has to bring us today. So the first phrase that's coming through is, I want you to witness each other. And I really like that they're bringing this word witness up. So this is going to be a duo Brandy Spirit message, I can already tell, because the word witness is super important to me. So the word witness used to make me cringe. It was built around this culture where, quote unquote, people needed to be converted and shown the truth, shown the true way of living a good life. It's that mindset of the colonizer, the imperialist, where there are a group of people that are uncivilized, right? And a big way that we civilize people is by converting them to the religion of our choosing, the religion that we use to have power over others, right? It's not the faith that they're called to. A lot of people are called to faith traditions because there's something about the ritual, there's something about the order and the structure that feels good and feels authentic and feels real to their soul, right? It's the way that they're able to step into their true path the quickest, because there's that structure that it provides. But when we start telling other people what the best way towards their true and authentic self, the best path for them, we don't know, right? And when we start doing that, we're trying to gain power over, not necessarily trying to help create space for people to step into their own truth. So those are the reasons that the word witness used to make me cringe. It was really connected to this storyline of the colonizer and the oppressor, and this storyline of othering, right? But witness has become one of my favorite words as I've gone through this spiritual journey. Spirit has given it back to me and given it power. And so when they talk to me, when I use the word witnessing, I'm going to talk to you about how I use it, and then I'm going to tell you what Spirit wants us to take away from it today. I use witnessing for two main reasons, right? It's either witnessing a person's story, witnessing a person's struggle, like literally bearing witness to the atrocity that's happening on this planet. There is this desire to look away because it is so violent, it is so brutal, it feels so antithesis to who I am as a being. It doesn't make any sense to me when I watch what's happening in the world. Sometimes it takes me a couple seconds to do the play-by-play to figure out how we got here, right? But being able to witness that, so being able to witness the collective story and say, hey, this is happening to real people. Those people that I'm seeing on the news, those people that I'm seeing pop up in my friends' stories, right? These are real live human beings who are going through some really, really horrible things, right? It's also witnessing people's individual stories, understanding that people have gone through struggles, people have had these pressure points, these wounds, and then witnessing them rise from that, witnessing them come back, witnessing them come through even stronger. And that is my favorite part of witnessing, is witnessing people's soul story start to come through the rubble, start to come through the pain. Witness the collective's soul story start to push through despite all the violence, despite all the oppression, despite all the separation and fear, right? That is beautiful witnessing. And what Spirit is saying is that is the type of witnessing that they're talking about today. They want us to start witnessing each other's stories, helping people see when their soul story is starting to break through, helping them to see when they're in beautiful alignment, help them see when you personally can see their divinity shine through. When you are having a moment where you are face to face with love energy, where you are face to face with creation energy, where you are face to face with this energy that is supportive and moving us forward, you're going to see that in individual souls, right? You are going to see that in moments, and there are going to be moments where people have a string of days where they're just totally tapped into that flow of who they truly are. Witness it, celebrate it, bring ceremony around it, allow people to know that this is what being human and evolving and growing is all about. And this is all coming from Spirit. So in our collective right now, we have these milestones where we are recognizing physical growth. We have birthdays, we have celebrations for graduations of certain time, and that's celebrating intellectual growth. So we celebrate that too, but we don't really celebrate these moments when the soul is coming forward, when the soul is coming out into the world. And there are some cultures who do celebrate it. And they're bringing it to my mind, this story. And I really apologize if this is not a true story, because I really, they're saying it's relevant and they're saying that it is true. So I hope that it is. There is, in the Navajo culture or the Dene culture, there is a ceremony that is, it's a party that is given for a baby when they have their first laugh. And the understanding of that and the purpose for that celebration, that ceremony, is because that is when the soul is fully embodied in this tiny little human, right? And everyone welcomes the soul in its full form finally to the earth plane. That's when the soul is fully present in the body, and their path, their truth, their personality, their individuality is brought into the earth plane. And I really like that story a lot. And there are moments like that when our souls become more online, when we become more engaged, when we become more awake and present, that deserves that witnessing and that celebration as well. And so what they're saying is witness those moments when your friends are having an awakening, when your friends are having a moment where they understand themselves on a deep level, when they're able to look back at all of their past experiences and find the pattern of, oh, that was me and showing up. That was me practicing for now. This thing that seemed really hard and complicated or foolish and silly that I didn't actually know why I was going through those motions. I'm here in this moment where it's calling all of us love warriors to step forth in our own truth and knowing, and now that all makes sense. When have people tell you those stories, celebrate them in community, and give thanks and witnessing that more and more of love energy is stepping onto this planet. Because the best way to enhance, to amplify, to expand that love energy that happens when we become more and more our true authentic selves, more and more these divine beings that we truly are, is if we celebrate it, witness it, recognize it in community. It's like we're actually amplifying that energy through each body that is there in celebration. And as we witness and celebrate one another, it's actually going to break through some of that rubble that's still holding parts of our divine being, parts of our truest and highest selves kind of underneath all this rubble. When we gather in community like that, it starts to break things down in us as well. So it amplifies it and makes it bigger and makes it stronger because it's able to resonate through each of us, and then it helps us with our own journey too. So let's start figuring ways to celebrate those moments. The artists out there who are watching this, how do we celebrate those moments of renewal and rebirth? Those moments of a little bit more of love being embodied here on the planet. How do we celebrate those in our arts? Those of you who are community leaders, how do we start bringing people together? And those of you who are just friends and loved ones and partners and parents and aunties and uncles, how do we recognize and witness as our loved ones go through the motions of throwing away a little bit more of that rubble and stepping even more into their true path? How do we celebrate that and amplify it? So I'm going to leave all of that with you with love and light, and I hope you all have a beautiful rest of the day.